Hey guys, how's it going? It's Blake here from theavidentries.com. Alright, so yes, I know it's been a long time since I've last done a vlog. As a matter of fact, I think the last one I did was in February. So it's been quite a while, and yeah, I did say back then that I was going to, be really active with the vlogs, but since then, believe it or not, my life has been up and down, up and down. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride since then. But throughout the past 2 months or so, I have been able to stay somewhat productive. I've just been busy with other things aside from this channel, and been working on some of my other channels. And yeah, now I'm just finally able to balance everything out, and the productivity is at an all-time high to the point where I can get to this and be able to basically pay more attention to this and just focus on this content a little bit more than I was able to do in the past. So basically today I just wanted to update you guys with a sort of content video, basically detailing some of the stuff that's been going on, as well as some upcoming stuff that I'll be working on throughout the rest of the spring and summer. So first of all, just to kick things off right off the bat, 2 brand new chapters have kicked off on both theavidentries.com and the sanctuary.theavidentries.com respectively, or I should say 1 chapter for each website. So over on theavidentries.com, we've got Trial of the Dawn, which is a brand new chapter for Lords and Landscapes Fates, which is, you guys already know, 2017 saga over on theavidentries.com. And the first entry for that, for Trial of the Dawn, that is actually up now, which is entitled Those Memories. So that's up for reading right now. And over on the sanctuary.theavidentries.com, we have The In-Between, which is the current ongoing saga over there, and that kicked off during October last year, and it's still ongoing into this year. And the brand new chapter is entitled Last Chance City, with the current entry, what is it called? My mind goes blank. I believe it was called Where We Find Ourselves. That is the current entry, or that is the first entry for Last Chance City, which is also available for reading right now. So that's kind of what's been going on the avidentries.com and the Sanctuary. Those 2 themes, in a way, will be kind of coinciding together. They'll kind of be connecting together. For the most part, I try to make each, not themes, I have to stray away from the term themes. We're going with chapters now. For the most part, I try to make chapters stay separate from each other. The Avidentries and the Sanctuary, I don't usually connect them at all that often, but every now and then I do pick one chapter and another on each side and just kind of connect them together for a month or so. And that's what I'll be doing with Trial of the Dawn and Last Chance City. But they will both be receiving their own sort of isolated content on YouTube. They'll each be receiving their own nature music videos, vlog updates, and all sorts of stuff like that. And on the website, for the most part, things will remain separate from each other. But in a way, I think the overall concept behind it, once you start reading some of the entries, you'll kind of see where they relate in a way, and yeah, it'll make a lot more sense when you actually check out the content and read it. So that's what's pretty much going on over on the avidentries.com. Those and the Sanctuary, those chapters will be running until mid-June or so, and I also want to say that they're actually really important chapters, probably some of the most important chapters that'll be going on in both the In-Between, for both the In-Between and Lords and Landscapes Fates. So they're probably, so yeah, I mean, Trial of the Dawn and Last Chance City are probably some of the most important themes for those sagas that'll be happening throughout 2017. So definitely check out the entries. I'll probably be doing new entries for both of them sometime this Thursday or Friday, depending on when I have time. So yeah, you can look forward to those as well. So moving on from the Avidentries universe type stuff, I want to talk about some of the literature projects that I'll actually be working on from spring into summer this year. So first off, right off the bat, I'm really happy to say that the Prologue Plains will be getting a poetry collection this year. Yes, I will finally be releasing it. Just as a little backstory for those of you who may not know what the Prologue Plains is, so back in 2011, the Prologue Plains was a sort of follow-up saga from the Ice Cave. Or no, it wasn't 2011, it was 2012. So yeah, back in 2012, the Prologue Plains was a follow-up from the Ice Cave in a way, and a sort of prologue to Castles before that officially kicked off. Castles officially kicked off during October of 2012. So the Prologue Plains, and like I said, the Prologue Plains is a part of the Places, it's part of the Places trilogy, which consists of the Ice Cave, the Prologue Plains, of course, and Castles 1, 2, and 3. So that is the entire Places trilogy, basically all bunched up into one. I used to call it the Places Saga. I like calling it that as well, but since they're each their own individual saga, It's kind of weird to call it like that. So yeah, I guess I'll just trilogy is a better word. Anyway, so yeah, the Prologue Plains will be receiving its own poetry collection. I actually have never released like a draft poetry collection for the Prologue Plains or anything of that sort. I've never typed anything up for it. As you guys already know, the Ice Cave poetry collection I finished and released back in December last year, so that is finished and done. So up to bat now is the Prologue Plains poetry collection. So that is what is up next. And so yeah, I'll be starting on that probably sometime this week. And it really won't take me that long to do because it was always originally intended to be a very short thing. There will probably be probably no more than 40 poems, to be very honest. So it's going to be a very small collection. And yeah, it's just to sort of follow it from the Ice Cave. I'll probably change some things around, but it will really give you guys some insight and I guess, yeah, in a way, some sort of back insight into all the things that happened in 2011 and 2012 and just like what the follow-up of the Ice Cave journey was really like. So yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of dive back into those nostalgic memories and like sort of rewrite stuff and revise stuff and write some new stuff as well will definitely be included in the poetry collection. So that is on the way as well. Now lastly, I want to touch on Median, which is the second story in the Seasons and Seasons and Archers trilogy, which I started back in 2014. I released Seasons and Archers Preface. I released it in text format rather, and last year, 2016, I finished the audiobook version of Seasons and Archers Preface. And so now that that is all done, Median is the next story in that trilogy, but I actually have decided a pretty big decision regarding the process as to how I'm going to go with the trilogy moving ahead, and I've ultimately decided to delay Median into later this year, into 2018. The reason behind that is Median is going to be the largest story within the trilogy, basically because it's going to be split up into two parts. So there's Median Part 1, and there's Median Part 2. And it will still, as of now, I'm still trying to have the entire trilogy be taking place across a span of 10 sections. So, like you guys, so Season Archer's Preface had 3 sections: Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, with 3 scenes per section. And now Median, I want it to remain the same. It'll be sections 3 through 9, and then Coda, which is technically the final story in the trilogy, would be, let's see, so 3, 6, yeah, so it'll be 6 through 9, or 7 through 9. 7 through 10. I don't even know. Numbers. I still have to kind of plan out exactly how many sections will be in each story, because I really haven't decided that yet, but right off the bat, Preface we already know, which was already released. That's sections 1 through 3. So I'm still trying to figure out where exactly Median is going to fit, mainly because I'm splitting it into 2 parts. So it's kind of tricky as to deciding how many sections I want each part to have, how many sections I want the entire story to have as a whole. But I ultimately decided that I will be delaying Median until later this year, into 2018. And instead, taking the place of Median is I will be starting on and releasing Coda instead. Yes, I know you're probably thinking, what? You're releasing the final story first before the middle? And yeah, I'm going to do it that way because originally I intended to release Coda first before Preface, and then I was going to do Preface, and then I was going to do Median. And then even before that, I thought, why not just do the whole thing backwards? But I thought that was kind of weird. And before ideas and thoughts kind of started, finalizing regarding Median, it was originally going to be a lot smaller than what it is now. It was originally intended to be a lot smaller than it is now, but now it's just going to end up being this really large story that honestly, I just don't have the time to work on right now. I will just not finish it in time. As a matter of fact, if I started it now, I honestly don't think I'd finish part 1 until maybe the end of July, maybe August, so I'm not really sure. But Coda, on the other hand, is the shortest story within the trilogy. Preface being the second shortest and Median being the longest. So I think I will definitely be able to finish that one in a timely fashion. So with that said, Coda is actually next up on the story list or on the trilogy list, I should say. So it will now be Preface, Coda, and then Median. Median Part 1. Hopefully, I could begin releasing sections and scenes later this year, and then it'll continue. Part 2 will continue into next year, 2018, and then the final thing will just pretty much be wrapped up by then. By, I want to say, the middle of next year, it should be, at the very latest, it should be wrapped up and finished, the whole trilogy, that is. So yes, I will be starting on Coda. I will be doing the exact same process, so you know, when I finish a scene, when I finish a section, I'll upload it that week, and it'll be available for reading, and then once it's all finished and done, I will revise it, finalize absolutely all of it, and then release it all in ebook format, and you guys can expect that all to be finished and done by the end of summer. So my goal is no later than August 1st. I want it to be all finished and done. It'd be really nice to have it out by July, but I am going out of the country towards the end of June into July, which will definitely cut into writing time, but I really, really, really want to try really hard to be able to write while I'm traveling as well. So that's a goal, and if I'm able to do that, then it'll be out a lot sooner. It'll be done a lot sooner than I originally intended. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff that I'm just working on from now, that I'll be working on from now until pretty much the end of the summer. I don't really have anything else literature-wise planned for this summer, just because, you know, the poetry collection and like a story is going to require a lot of attention, even though I really don't think either would be that difficult since they're more smaller scale projects. They're definitely things that I want to get right. They're definitely really important things that I want to get right, especially the lore and whatnot in Season of Archers, and I really want to capture the memory and the feeling and all that other sort of stuff from the original Prologue Plains saga from 2012, and I kind of want to reinterpret it in a way, in a more cleaner fashion, into the poetry collection, the Prologue Plains poetry collection for this spring/summer. So I'll be really working hard with that kind of stuff, and also doing content on the YouTube channel on the side while doing nature music videos, and you know, also doing the Avid entries and the Sanctuary type stuff. So yeah, I will definitely be keeping myself really, really busy, and of course I have a ton of other side projects on the side that I have to attend to as well, so it feels really good to be working on stuff again. And the only thing really left now that I have to really focus hard on is just being consistent and you know, I guess taking care of myself more than I am right now, and just yeah, and just I guess that's just pretty much it. Just being consistent and just, you know, doing the best that I can every single day to just stay productive and finish everything that I had planned to do during the day. So I don't know, I'm really out of it right now. My mind is all over the place. It's like midnight, and yeah, my brain has just been failing me the last few days. So, but luckily, I think we've managed to get through this entire video. What are we at, like 13 minutes now? So anyway, I'm going to close it out here. So yeah, that's basically all the stuff going on, and it's basically all the stuff coming up. I will definitely be detailing things a lot more in depth as we move forward. I think the next larger scale update, I don't want to call it a larger scale update, but the next update pertaining to some of the projects that I'll do will probably be for Coda. I want to say I kind of want to touch on where Coda is going to stand, and like you know, kind of where the direction of the story, what it's going to be like. And yeah, I think that'll be the next kind of update that I do, but there will definitely be other vlogs and other sort of stuff that I'll be doing very, very, very soon, so you guys definitely keep an eye out for that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, and definitely visit theavidentries.com and the sanctuary.theavidentries.com and check out those new entries. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me for now, and I will see you guys very, very soon. You guys have a good one.